Now they'll run it on the toss. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Lucky 56, lucky 56.
Here's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And they'll run it here. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Detroit! Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He dumps it off to Barkley. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Murray eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Shark. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw on third down. Murray to Barkley on the check down. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run for it with Barkley. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
As a running back here, you've got to do everything in your power to sell out for the first down. And he takes that to heart as he's going to dive his way forward, and he earns his mates a new set of downs.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Attack here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Bulldozes past him. And he's taken down inside the 30. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Saquon Barkley, 29 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Check three. No. Check. Patriot.
On 1st and 10, Murray. Shark's got it, left side. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Chark, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
On to the field now come the Bears. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting starters carries.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Leopard!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And he puts it through. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Lucky 56.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is going to be Packer football. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Gone! 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 Gone!
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun, eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Detroit!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to kick it away. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real...
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 63 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same sit.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Finding some room at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. So that'll back him up 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
No. Check. Patriot.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Cohen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Here's a give to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Murray now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Gone! No, check, Patriot!
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And they'll go on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Got some room at the 30. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Their season, it comes to an end here in the wild card round.
And their goal was to win a divisional round game and get to the conference championship, but they weren't able to get that done. But I don't think it's all negative here.